Now here are a couple of real-life applications of vectors. Now when it comes to creating these vectors, we mentioned that there is a measurable magnitude or size associated with it. That'll be the length of the directed line segment that you're using for this. And as far as the direction, well, that'll be the direction in which the arrow is pointing. So a couple of examples. We could talk about relative weight, that is, how much something weighs. Now, just as an example, we could talk about my cat. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Now, we do need to attach a direction to the weight, so we'll assume that the weight takes us in the downward direction. So if this vector represents how much my cat weighs, let's do Mr. Professor Friday, boss man, sir, then relatively speaking, my vector would look a lot like this. I weigh a lot more than my cat does. Now, our weights are still going in the same direction, which would be the downward direction. However, because I weigh considerably more than my cat does, I would want to make sure that hers is nice and tiny and mine is really big. Another example of vectors would be velocity vectors. So with that in mind, let's talk about cars on M59. So here's westbound M59. Then, of course, we have everybody's favorite landmark in all of Sterling Heights, the, what do they call that, the golden butthole of Sterling Heights. Sorry, I don't have a gold pen here. Then we have eastbound traffic over on the other side. So down here would be like Lakeside Mall. And then up here would be like the Costco, and the Meijer, and whatnot. So when it comes to people that are driving on M59, typically you'll find the faster traffic in the left more, or the more left lanes. Whereas if you're dumb like me and get caught behind the excessively slow traffic trying to go into Lakeside Mall and make right-hand turns, there's always that. Then, of course, you'll always find some jerk in the middle that's going entirely too fast. And in the event that there's actually a cop in the right place at the right time, hopefully, well, you'll see them right behind that guy. Whereas this is all the eastbound traffic, we could also have the westbound traffic that's all, generally obeying the laws and going the right speed. So we'll draw all of them as though they're all going at about the same speed because all the vectors will be approximately the same length.